set up several shows in the area, at the Hideout, at the Clock Tower Inn, all over the place, really. Please put your hands together for Mr. Christopher Robert Nelson! I gotta say one thing, Chris. And right now you remind me of like in Halloween, like the old school Halloween. Some of you youngsters might know about the old school Halloweens, okay? Remember, you might remember like when we were kids and you'd go to Kmart and like the costume would have the mask, and because the mask was so cheap, like it was like a picture of what it was you were supposed to be. Like if you were Daffy Duck, there was a picture, a full body picture of Daffy Duck. Okay, Chris's costume is, he is a forester. In case you didn't know, there it is. So everyone, Mr. Robert Nelson!
Thank you, Marcos. I'll take a little bit of my time to give some recognition back to the comics that came before me. If you can give them a round of applause. This is not an easy thing to do. It's very easy to come up here and just forget everything you're going to say, especially when Emilio goes up before you. He kind of takes all the energy and he takes it with him when he goes back there to sit down with the rest of the potheads. How you doing there, little guy? I'm talking to you. You're good? That's a you thing. Wait 10 years. Wait 10 years. This is all going to come back to haunt you. You're going to look back at this cafe and probably on your way to counseling, you drive by this building and start crying. It's good to be here. I'm glad I was invited out here. This is the closest I've been to a library in a long time. Feels pretty good. I'm a lazy motherfucker. I don't like to read, so. Has anybody, this is just a quick side thing, has anybody noticed all the broom pictures on Facebook? I don't know what's up with that. Is it like Jeffrey Dahmer's birthday or something?
Yesterday was the spring equinox, and it was the only day of the year you could stand a broom on end and it would stay what it was supposed to be.
So that's real. That's real.
It doesn't stay long.
It doesn't stay long.
That's why people were posting pictures of it.
Okay, I thought it was just like it was like planking or something. People are just trying to make brooms stand up for as long as it goes. That would be like Jeffrey Dahmer's, like Michael Jackson's, like, you know, fucking whatever he had, that great place. Just a bunch of people with broomsticks just standing up waiting for him. He'd love that. How you guys doing tonight? Pretty good. Anybody scarred for life yet, aside from the little guy? I hope so. Like I said, I'm lazy. Being a comedian is kind of part of the territory. You have to learn how to be lazy. That way you can be depressed, and that way you can sit at home and be on Facebook and find cool material. So that was really cool. But the other day, part of that is also usually being unemployed, and I'd gotten into an argument with my mother, and which ironically she was dropping me off at a bus stop, or to walk to the bus stop, and we'd gotten into an argument, and I get out of the car and I slam the door, and she rolls down the window and she says, "You're the laziest 26-year-old I know." And it kind of, at first it like really upset me, and I was so lazy that I said like the wrong thing you don't say to your mother. I was just like, "Shut the fuck up," which isn't really funny, but it's kind of funny because her response is like, "Oh yeah, shut the fuck up." And I was like, "You're just as lazy as me, I guess." And I think that's shit to say back. So I thought that was kind of ironic. I also thought about it for a little bit because, you know, she said, laziest 26-year-old that I know. So unless, like, because I'm pretty sure I set the bar pretty high for her as far as 26-year-olds she would know that would be lazy. Unless she knows other 26-year-olds that, like, are laying at home around in their house. In that case, that statement goes a little bit too far for me, and I'd have some more questions for her as far as why she knows other 26-year-olds that are as lazy as I am, because that means she's doing something aside from working. She might be working, but not the way that I'd like a mother to, because I don't see any benefits from it, because I'm still poor. So if she's out there knowing other 26-year-olds that are laying around their houses, I kind of stewed around in my head for a little bit. Fucking mom. I love her to death. That's why she's on the Rock River. I wish she was here tonight, actually, but she can't make it, obviously. It's cold. No, I'm lazy. It's to the point now, like, kind of like what Laos was saying, I've been single for quite a while, and I'm not very good with the ladies. It gets to the point now where I have to, like, motivate myself to masturbate. Like, every 2 days, like, I'm like, it's been 2 days. You should probably look up some porn or something. Get the mood going, because you should be doing this at 26. You shouldn't, like, be on the verge of possibly needing Viagra because you don't get any action. It's a sad story. It's the life of the comedian. You don't get too many girls until you're 42 and famous, like Tim Allen. The greatest comedians of all time. No, because most comedians you never see them. Most of them when they talk, they never talk like, "Oh yeah, my wife." And it's like, no, most comedians are like, "So I was my last girlfriend." I'm too lazy to masturbate, and along with that, it's to the point now where it's bad enough to where I actually I can't even, like, when I have dreams, like, I can't even get a wet dream. Like, it's to that point where I can't, like, I'll get close to, like, I'll find a girl, I'll be like, I don't know who, like Selma Hayek or something, and I'll be like getting ready to get down, for Selma, she's hot as fuck. And so, but not even in my dreams can I get lucky. Like, I mean, I wouldn't even be mad if I had to wash my sheets once in a while, but, like, to have the disappointment in real life and then to go to sleep and have that same disappointment, it's just kind of like, it's kind of like a non-stop hell. So I don't know if I guess it'd be classified as a nightmare, but I guess more of a nightmare would be if I was having like American History X dreams with like Edward Norton. And I'm just like up against the wall in slow motion. And I've got 7 guys pinning me down and then just fucking me in the ass. And then, you're just like, how if you have a good dream though, like let's say if I was getting lucky with Selma Hayek and you wake up and you're like, oh fuck, I was about to fuck Selma Hayek. So you're like, fucking Jesus. Now you're fucking Jesus in your dreams. Like, so you're fucking Selma Hayek and you're excited, so you like try real hard to go to sleep. Like, it'd be the opposite of like if you're like getting raped in slow motion, like on a prison shower, which hopefully you'll never get to that point. Emilio might have sent you that direction, but anyway, so like I could just imagine like you just do it like oh my god, and you fucking wake up and you're like holy shit, that was terrible, and you look at the time and it's 6:30 in the morning, you're like, fuck, I'm still tired, and go back to sleep, and you're getting fucked in the ass, and it's fucking this one big happy thing. I haven't had those dreams yet, but I'm waiting for them. I'm thinking tonight, probably, now that I put that in my own head. Holy shit. After Emilio goes up, I did rock, paper, scissors earlier to see who'd go first, and for some reason I was like, I don't want to, I'll let Emilio go. And then after that, I fucking stopped thinking. That and prescription pills, so. My fucking mom, I can't believe she said I was crazy. So I talked about masturbating. I stopped doing that. But anyways, yeah, so I was on, like I said earlier, she dropped me off at the bus stop, and I was telling Emilio and some of these guys that I wanted to do a documentary on riding the bus and call it A Bus Life. And kind of like the Disney movie with bugs. But it's an interesting time. I've got a couple of DUIs because I was smart about life and spent most of it drinking and smoking. Hopefully, hopefully none of you guys know what that's like, Emilio. But anyways, so I ride the bus, like the commercial. I ride the bus, and it's exciting. You get people on there. And I don't know if I'll ever get to this point, I'm hoping, maybe, but people that talk aloud to themselves in public when there's other people around them to talk to, I don't really understand it. I'm kind of hoping, because I'll talk to like my dogs and cats and shit at home, but that's because I'm alone. But there's like people like on the bus that'll be like just talking to themselves, like pointing at shit and pointing at people. And I had like an iPod on, and I was looking at this lady, and I was just like, I thought she was talking to another woman, And then the woman was like looking back at her, and this lady was like, yeah, well, like pointing around, and this like woman looks at me and was like, and then she turned, I was like, oh Jesus, this woman is talking to herself. So the second day I get on the bus, I was like, maybe this is, I don't know, it was just kind of a weird thing. I don't know if this always happens. The second day I get on the bus, this lady casually comes up, puts her bus ticket in there, comes up and sits by me. And again, I've got my iPod on, which I have cords streaming from my face, so obviously I'm probably not listening. And the same thing, different woman, she's just like, oh, it's time for mom. And like, I'm like, okay, she's obviously not talking to me. I hope to God not. If so, I'm not listening. And then she's just still pointing at people, like, and I don't, like, it felt awesome. But, and then I just, all of a sudden she was like, and then it's game over. And then that was the last thing she said. So I don't know what level you have to get to where you are talking to yourself aloud in public and pointing at random people on the bus, which is usually just filled with quietly awkward people sitting there waiting to get to their fucking stop because they hate their life. But these people take it up a notch, and they have to let everybody else know what's inside their head. They don't have Facebook, so they just fucking do it in public. They don't have a smartphone, so they're just like, fucking hell, I'm gonna go eat motherfucking food and make sandwiches, and then it'll take you for a while. I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker. I don't give a shit about your cat. If I get to that level someday, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm 26 now, I'm thinking 20 years, I should definitely be talking to myself a lot in public. Pretty much doing it right now. I just have a microphone and I have other people listening and responding, but I hope someday that stops. Oh, Jesus. Does anybody watch the news? Anybody? Thank God. I don't watch the news either. It's the most depressing shit. I'd rather go on chat roulette for 3 hours and just see multiple men masturbating. That's just as depressing to me. I'm surprised there's like Dan Rather's, like more people haven't killed themselves over the years. Like, I don't know how you just, like, what, talking about things like Amelia's favorite subject, like Coney and Coney Island, as it's been referred to, and things like that, and murders and shit. I think Mimi Murphy should kill herself. Surprised she hasn't. I don't know if I think she should or if she thinks she should. I don't know. How are we doing on time, Scott, since you suck at that? 3 minutes? Jesus. What do you guys want to talk about for 3 minutes? How was your day? What did you do today? Did you expect to hear any of this today, little man? This is parental advisory, by the way. You're lucky your dad's here. Otherwise, he would not be allowed. Jesus. Did you take him to Showplace, too? Did you take him to, like, what movie did you take him to last? I can only imagine. Jesus Christ. Yes, son, we're going to go see Saw 5 today. I hope you're ready. You got all D's on your report card. That's good. Let's go. We're going to go see Saw 5. I took you to the first floor. Let's keep the tradition up. And then after that, we're going to go to the downtown bars for lunch and dinner. Oh, that's pretty cool. Honestly, I really have much. I really do take prescription pills, and so once those start kicking in, it's pretty much, it's game over. So I couldn't start pointing at people and saying shit, and it doesn't make sense, but I'll save that for the bus. But again, give it up for the comedians, especially the ones, Princess Guru, people haven't seen it before. It's great. It takes a lot of balls or vagina to get up here. And it's not easy, so thank you again, Marco, Scott, and everybody, and I'm excited to hear next gentleman coming up, so give them all a round of applause, and thank you again.